Cooking with Liz, the Healthy Plate. Today I will be making a school lunch. These are all the ingredients that I will be using. They're all very high in protein, especially my hummus and my Greek yogurt and my chicken tenders for my chicken salad. I will be using Dave's Killer Bread again for the sandwich. It's really good. It's not like regular white bread. The cilantro and the cucumber and the carrots are all very high in antioxidants and fiber. The banana and cucumber have a lot of magnesium and potassium. And obviously, onions are very good for you, very high in antioxidants. The granola is a great source of protein. I really enjoy it because it's a little bit sweet and it just makes my yogurt a lot more fun sweet because of the texture. And I noticed that children love texture. They love trying different things. Obviously not if it's mushy. They typically hate that. So that's important to remember, which is why I love to use cucumber in my chicken salad because it adds a little extra something. And yeah. So I like to always wear gloves when I'm touching raw chicken. I have this weird thing of chicken juice, creeps me out. I just like to set the chicken tenders on my sheet pan and then season them. Like that. Then I add my salt, my black pepper, my cayenne. For every cooking video, I usually always add these same ingredients, typically to everything. And my granulated garlic. And then I will roast it in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes and check the temperature. Just roast it until it reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And just put it in the oven, let it roast for about 20 minutes, and let it be. It's also very important that you don't forget to sanitize your space, especially after touching raw chicken, and then wash your hands. So I might be a little paranoid, but I'm just making sure that I include this step. While that chicken roasts, I will be prepping all of my vegetables. So I wash my cilantro, my cucumber, and my onion. So now I am going to prep it, but make sure to have your bowl ready so you can just put your ingredients in there as you're prepping them. I will not be using the entire cucumber, so I will simply take what I will be using, save the rest, and just peel the skin. The skin is actually very good for you. It has a lot of the nutrients, so typically I would leave it on, but right now I know my mom's going to want some and she doesn't like the skin, so I just peel it. Once my cucumber is peeled and I have both ends cut, I slice it in half, and then I'll slice it in half again, so in quarters technically. And these little seeds contain a lot of water. I personally don't like that, so I always remove them as much as I can. Obviously, you can't always remove everything. And then I slice it in half one more time, and then just cut. And I do that until all of the cucumber is cut. They're little squares. Now it's time to slice my onion. I usually leave it whole like that, and I cut the ends. And then I just take a little slit like this and peel the rest of the outer layer. I don't know how people have these nails all the time. I can barely function. I slice it in half like that makes it easier to cut by laying flat. I'm not going to use too much onion, so I will just slice it really thinly because I don't want it to be too big, especially because children, you don't want them to see it, right? And I'll use about that much. So 1/3 of a half of an onion. And just really tiny. Bowl. And there are my ingredients. All I need to add last is the chicken once it's cooled down, cooked and cooled, and also add my mayo and my seasoning and lemon juice. Okay, so now that my chicken has rested a little bit, I will cut it. I just do like a horizontal cut lengthwise and then just cube it. It just makes it easier to cool down that way. Okay, so all of my chicken is cubed already. It's just cooling down. It won't take long to cool down. It will take maybe like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to cool down enough for me to be able to mix it with my other ingredients. Okay, now that my chicken is cooled down, I can add it to my bowl of my rest of the ingredients. It only took about 15 minutes for it to cool down completely. It's right here. And yeah, I will start prepping it now. So now I can add my mayo, just a little amount to start. I add a little bit of granulated garlic. I'm sorry. Some salt. You don't want to add too much because you can always add more, but you can't take if you already put in. A little bit of cayenne, a little bit of black pepper, and I really like to add fresh lemon juice. Squeeze. It really adds like a really refreshing acidic touch. And then just mix it. You can choose to add more mayo. I like it a little bit with more mayo. Or you can leave it as is and you can just simply taste a small amount and then just adjust your seasoning if it needs more salt, more pepper. I am going to start assembling my sandwich now. It's a child. It depends on how old they are, obviously. You can do a full sandwich or you can do a half. For now, I'm just going to do a half because I feel that they might not be able to finish it. I'm going to slice it in half. You can do it this way or you can do it this way, however you feel. And then you simply add your chicken salad to your sandwich. That's a good amount. I'm going to get started on my Greek yogurt side. I'm going to take my banana. I usually, if I can't eat the entire banana, I will save the other half and freeze it and use it on smoothies. For now, I am just going to cut it into rounds to top the yogurt with. I feel like that's a good amount. I will wrap this and freeze it or eat it later. And now I am going to add them to a bowl and squeeze a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice and just toss them around. This will keep them from browning. It will help. Make sure that you coat the entire banana in lemon juice. And that's that. I am now ready to assemble my bento box. I have my sandwich. I will place it in my container. I've taken my carrots, which I drained because those little ready-to-eat carrots are really wet. There's a lot of water in there. So I dry them first and then put them in the bento box. I can now put my Greek yogurt or regular yogurt, whatever you decide. Whatever your child likes best. Obviously, Greek yogurt is better because it has more calcium, more protein than regular yogurt. It's just better for you. I think that's a good amount. And then I will top it with my bananas. Sometimes I like to do strawberries or blueberries, but bananas is what I had. And they're a good source of fiber. And the granola is a good source of protein, the oats. And then for another snack that is high in protein is the hummus for the actual carrots, to dip them in there. And there is my school lunch: chicken salad sandwich, carrots with hummus, and some Greek yogurt with granola, honey, oats, and bananas. And it's all very high in protein and antioxidants.